Angel here, Begin Crypto. Thank you guys so much here for joining me today. I am live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, anywhere you guys want to see me. We are live today. It's been a minute. Like I said, I hate excuses. I don't like giving excuses, but my excuses are the Hexicans got at me. I got a strike on TikTok and a strike on YouTube. I got the vid. I had that for 2 weeks, so I really was just out of everything. So I gotta get out of touch with everything. And I'm now moved out of my office. This is my home office for now. If you guys are used to seeing my home office, I moved out of my office. I should be getting into another one December 1st. So I'll be rolling like this for now, just in time for the peak. So good to see everybody here. Like I said, my name is Angel. If you guys have not met me yet, or if you guys have not watched anything that we've been doing here yet, but I'm glad to have you guys here. Glad to have you guys here right now. Make sure you guys go ahead, follow on TikTok. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. If you guys want to see the charts, if you're on TikTok and you want to see the charts that I'm looking at, make sure you guys go ahead and go to YouTube. All you do is type Begin Crypto. We have, I think, 2.6K subs right now on YouTube. I'd love to get even more and keep building this community. But make sure you guys go ahead and go there so that you guys don't miss what we have going on. I've been talking a lot about Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like I said, there are plenty of guys out here that are micro cap, that they talk about the poo coins. They talk about I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get banged on YouTube, but the poo coins, we'll say. There are a lot of people who talk about those. I don't care for poo coins. Like I said, you can make money. Have I ever thrown money in some poo coins? Of course I have. $100 here, $100 there, but I'm not trying to make life-changing wealth with poo coins. I think it's a bad look overall for crypto in general. But like I said, I get why people want to do it. So that's here nor there. But what I do is I talk Bitcoin, I talk Ethereum, and I talk big caps. And I talk, I like to talk the top 200 because there's a lot of money to be made in the top 200. I know people don't think that's sexy and all of that, but there's a lot of money to be made in the top 200. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about that today. Also with Bitcoin, if you guys have been watching me talk Bitcoin over the past 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, I've been as accurate as anybody here on this app. I just have been a little more at these last 5-6 weeks than I have been. I was one of the few people, along with, like I said, CVO and World War Bitcoin, that said 30K was going to be the local bottom, and it turned out to be right. While everybody else was saying we're going down to 20K, 17K, 14K, didn't happen. On-chain metrics were telling us that. And I was very, very confident with that. Like I said, I was one of the only few on here. So, and that's kind of how I got a little bit of my following. A little bit of the credit was that I was one of the few bulls that were surviving during those times. But let's go ahead and talk today. Yesterday, I put out a video. You guys saw, if you guys didn't see it yesterday, Bitcoin to 87K in November. And that is, there are several reasons. There's some on-chain metrics, guys, some on-chain metrics that look very, very good. A top whale bought 105 more Bitcoin this last week. And when those big wallet addresses are still buying and still purchasing, that means they found themselves a local bottom. And that's what was happening at the 30K level. And that's why I was so confident, was because they were accumulating at that 30K level, 28K level, 32K level. And as long as they're still accumulating there, the big dogs know that there's still some money to be made. And that's why I'm very, very confident with this 60K number. That 60K number got treated a lot like that 30K number. 30K number just got treated. The bulls were defending that 60K line with their life. We saw it dip down to 58 really quick, but other than that, we really didn't see much below 60K. And there was a reason for that, because the bulls were comfortable with accumulating at 60K, but they weren't going to let the bears run all over them. And that's exactly what 60K will be the floor when the Bitcoin bear winter comes. See, that's a really good analysis. I'm going to go ahead and I'll talk about that. I'll talk about where I think the floor will be in the bear winter. But I'll talk about that and show you guys more here in a second. If you guys are enjoying this, make sure you guys go ahead, tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen on TikTok. Make sure you guys go ahead and smash the like button here on YouTube. Good to see everybody here right now. Hopefully you guys are blowing up the chats here. Trias prediction. I haven't looked at it yet, Russ, but I will today. I'll take a look at it for you today. So good to see everybody here. Thank you guys for tapping those screens. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow if you guys are not followers here yet. Let's go ahead and go to the charts here. So we are here on the Bitcoin chart, just under 66K, which is a very good sign. As you guys can see, on my screen. If I do not have that rolling yet, I'm going to have that rolling now, which I do. As you guys can see on the screen here, we are at 60, almost at 66K. And as you can see, this portion right here, this was that accumulation phase there. They're at right around that 30K, and there was a lot of accumulating going on right in this area. And now you saw the boom, you saw a dip, which is fine, 40K, little accumulation there, but not much. We saw the run all the way up to its new all-time high of 67,000. And we've seen the price dip down to 57,000, 56, high 56s for a brief second. And we've been accumulating right at the 60,000 line. I could draw a line right here at this 60,000 line, because I think this 60,000 line is going to be a very, very important measure. As you can see, I'm going to make that, if I can make this yellow, I'm going to. It's probably a little bit easier for you to see when it's yellow. So that's the 60K line. As you can see, we've been below it the whole time. We made a run above it. We went ahead and turned this 60K, as you guys can see, as not only an accumulation area, but we've actually turned it into support. We've turned it into some decent support right here. So we've been bouncing off, and now we saw the move up to almost 66K, which is a pretty solid move to the upside. With that, Bitcoin, I believe, is going to be at about 88,000. I'm going to go ahead and go to the 4-hour chart here. Like I said, I had this all drawn out on. I don't know if this is I have a couple. I have a couple TradingView accounts. So as you guys can see, I'm going to draw the wedge. That wedge here. And as you can see, this is a classic bull pennant right here. So this is a classic bull pennant. So you can see the flagpole, and you can see the pennant here. So how you do that in technical analysis, if you guys are new to technical analysis, hey bro, I just got Coinbase, which I invested to make money for Christmas. Thank you. Like I said, I think for the end of the year, in terms of December, I think you're going to find some of the top 200 to be well. But like I said, I think the big caps, there's going to be some real big caps like Chainlink and Litecoin that are going to do extremely, extremely well at the end. And a lot of people hate Litecoin and all that, but like I said, it's going to do much better than people think. So here's the flagpole. Here is the there we go. Here is the Teckles right there. So what you do is you take this flagpole, whoops, a little bit long here, and a bull pennant will work just like that. So if I go ahead and put that, as you guys can see, the price target is about 87.3, as you can see on the charts right here. So that is a classic bull pennant, and the target there is 87.3. And as you guys can see, actually I should probably put it where it broke out. And as you guys can see, this being December 1st, just before the end of the year. So like November 25th, 6th, 7th, 8th will probably be right in that area, just in time for a lot of the futures contracts. I haven't seen where the futures contracts are in terms of their expirations, because if you guys are new, there are a lot of futures expirations that are significantly below where we usually end up at the end of the year, or end of the month, I mean. And a lot of times those numbers get hit, or they're put in that area. They're kind of they somehow find that target expiration price where it's called the max price, where both people have been hurt. Let's see. Sam says, "Yo, Angel, my man, where you been?" Like I said, if you just missed my intro, if you guys don't know about Hex, the Hexicans got me banned on TikTok, and they got me a strike on YouTube. I had the vid, and I just moved out of my office. Another office coming December 1st, so I'm waiting on that. I've been at home, chilling, trying to get some of my other business stuff done as well. So, do you think the bull run could last until June? No, I don't. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it at all. My holding would be tax-free if I sell in. That'd be nice, but I don't think it will. I think it'll be January, late January, when the bull run, in my opinion, will be over. Bitcoin to 200K, I believe so. Yes, I do believe so. Some people think we're going to get to 100 this month. I think we're going to get to about 87K, as I explained right here in this video. And then I think we're going to see a big move to the downside. You can see it as much as, we'll see where we find some, we'll see where we find some resistance. It might be the 67,000. We might go from 87 to about 70, low 70s. And people are going to start to think that the bear market is on because it's going to be a quick drop. And I think we're going to see the most explosive 4x that you've seen in a long time. It's going to be fast. It'll be 6 weeks. It will be 3x. I think it'll be that quick. And then much of January will be altcoin season, the time that everybody's waiting for. And then from there, we'll see the beginning of the bear market. That's exactly how I think it's going to play out here. So there's the bull pennant for you guys. If you guys wanted to go ahead and take a look at that. Almost on the dollar cost average out of Bitcoin and ETH. Yes, Bourbon. Good to see you, Bourbon Santa. A 1 million update. I will show you that as well. I actually am just selling. I just sold a little bit of Cardano, and I'm probably going to put it into something like Meta Hero. I'm going to try to find a couple more smaller cap gems in the metaverse gaming NFT type space. I'm actually thinking possibly Omi as well. Omi is just launching all the Disney NFTs as well. So I could see a lot of attention going to Omi in the short term. So those are two projects that I've been looking at in the immediate short term. But I'll get to that here soon. I'm going to do a quick analysis here on Ethereum for Ethereum holders. Like I said, if any of my regular friends are watching here, I was very, very bullish on ETH. And I told everybody that I cared about to buy at least one Ethereum if they could and just hold it until 2022. So a lot of people took that advice. They're probably going to turn the $1,000 and $900 where we were in January. They're probably going to turn it into, I would say, somewhere between 12 and 20. So, and if that's only if you bought one at $1,000. So got a call coming in. I'm going to ignore it there. But let's go ahead and take a look at, this analysis of, especially on the 4-hour chart, this Ethereum is looking way too bullish, isn't it? Oh man. It is absolutely on a bullish trend. 47.45. The old all-time high was about 44.22 here. So I'll go ahead and put a line here at that 44.22 all-time high. So you can see we broke through. I think we if Bitcoin gets hot here, we might run a little bit more, but I think we're in theory we should come back down here and test that 44-ish before we go ahead and spring up. And we got a lot of room to run here, especially with this trend here, because we could honestly run it all the way back to about 3,800 and still be in this trajectory moving up and to the right. So it's not a huge deal there. What do you think about government regulations coming for altcoins? I think it's going to be inevitable that they try to stop it. However, I don't think much will be too successful. Joel asked, I really don't know what do you I don't know what do you I don't want to get in contact with the IRS in Germany. I live there. Yeah, I'm not sure there, but like I said, they're going to have a lot of trouble, especially with how everything is. A lot of projects are decentralized. The decentralization is very, very hard to regulate. That's the point. Litecoin down 2%, 2.5% in the last hour. Agreed, too big to try to regulate. Yes, I definitely agree. So I wouldn't worry about too much. And then from there as well, guys, I want to reiterate to you guys something as well that I keep hearing is that so many people are afraid to pay taxes. Like, just pay taxes. It's okay to pay taxes. That means you're making money. You're making money. Like I said, there are so many ways for you guys to, there are ways you can get into real estate. You can do other things to find tax breaks. You can also, one of the things that Coinbase is letting you do that I actually do with life insurance. If you guys don't know what the infinite banking concept is or whatever, it's an interesting concept using life insurance. I'm not going to get into the details, but this is how it works. you buy a whole life policy. You're able to get cash value inside of that policy, and it earns about 4 to 6% annually, or year over year. That 4 to 6%. So you're putting money. You put as much money in there as you can, and you also have the benefit of life insurance. So if you die, you'll have several million to give to your heirs. But the big thing about this is you're able to borrow against the balance that you have in your life insurance account without actually pulling it out. So let's say I have 30 grand in there right now. Okay. Let's say I have 30 grand there. I'm able to borrow that 30 grand against that 30 grand. I think up to 90%. So maybe 26 grand or whatever. I could borrow 26 grand, and that 30 grand is still making that 4 to 6% interest. So you don't actually pull it out of the account. You just borrow against the account. And when you're borrowing against an asset like that, you don't incur taxes. It's not a taxable event. If you go ahead and sell a stock, if you go ahead and sell a crypto, if you go ahead and go from a crypto to a stable coin, those are all taxable events. You guys have to know that. But if you borrow against, that is not a taxable event. That's what the wealthy people do. That's why Mr. Michael Saylor is so adamant on Bitcoin, because he just keeps buying Bitcoin and he just keeps borrowing against his Bitcoin. He's not incurring anything. He's not incurring those taxes. So he's able to use all the money he borrowed to buy the Bitcoin to borrow, because the Bitcoin value is stronger than the dollar value. So the Bitcoin value goes up, but the dollar value, you know what I mean? It exponentially grows against the dollar value. That's what's so incredible about Bitcoin. And now you're able to do that on Coinbase. You're able to borrow against your Bitcoin, I think up to 40%. It's not quite like the life insurance where it's 90%, but you can borrow up to 40% of the Bitcoin that you have on Coinbase, and they'll send it right to you. The IRS doesn't know this. There's no credit involved. So if you treat your Bitcoin, especially once we go up here and you go ahead and take profit from Bitcoin and you let it come down a little bit and you buy back into Bitcoin, which is what I'm going to do here for the bear market. I'm going to treat Coinbase like a savings account or a checking account. I'm legitimately going to treat Bitcoin like a savings account. I'm going to continue to put a lot of money into Bitcoin. And when I need to make a big purchase, when I need to buy something that I would buy with a credit card, when I need to put a down payment on a real estate transaction, if I need to put down on signing for a car lease or whatever, I'm able to use that, borrow against it, and then pay it back while Bitcoin is likely earning more than your US dollar would be sitting in your account. So I think those are things that you guys have to think about. You could also find a place to stake it as well. There's so many ways to make money in crypto. But like I said, don't be afraid to incur those taxes, because that means you're doing big things. You're doing things the right way. Let me go to CoinMarketCap here. Take a look at the. Go ahead and take a look at the. Let me see if I can share my screen. We'll go here instead. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to maximize it so you guys can see it better. There we go. Angry squid. That's what we don't want to see. Gross. Okay. Hey, what do you think of Shiba Inu and Catgirl? Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Shiba Inu. I wouldn't touch Shiba right now. There's a large Shiba Inu wallet right now. There's a large wallet with like $5 billion of Shiba token. I would be very, very cautious and watch what that wallet's doing, because anytime he wants to dump, boy, it would be a bad day for SHIB. So be careful buying SHIB. Be careful holding SHIB. Make sure you take profits. Don't get too greedy. Catgirl, it's a poo coin, but like I said, if you want to go ahead and put $100, $200 into it and just be a degenerate, that's fine. What's your thought on token and its partnership? I didn't see that. I'll Google that right now. I didn't see what did Open Rights Exchange. I didn't see anything on the huge partnership. Was it with You have to let me know who it was with. I'll take a look at it. Thoughts on Hero? Yep, Zach. Actually, Zach Rowell. That is a great question. I like Hero a lot. It's actually a project we're going to get into, I think, here for the 2K to 1 million challenge. I'm going to treat Cardano kind of like a stable coin, and we're going to go ahead and take some of our profits. We bought in at 35 cents. Cardano, 35 cents for the 2K to 1 million challenge. Now at over $2. So we're going to go ahead and take some profits there, and we're going to try to flip some more profits in other projects instead. But Cardano definitely did what we wanted it to do for us. Almost 7x or 8x for us. So it was really, really big. I like Hero a lot. I think it's still at 14 cents. I think 14 cents isn't a terrible. I don't think Meta Hero is it still at 14 cents. Oh, it's at 13 cents. Even better entry point. Even better entry point in my opinion. This is a day chart. Let's go to the 4-hour chart so I can see a little bit more. So we saw the big rise up on Meta, by the way, on Hero to 17 cents. I'm going to see if I can share another screen. So here it's down 8%, which is pretty solid. We'll take that. And as you can see here, kind of in that downtrend, this seems to kind of be, this area right here seems to at least kind of be a place that we're starting to touch. But like I said, I think this is a good purchase price. So I think today we're going to get into Hero. As you guys, I think we're going to get into Meta Hero today for the 2K to 1 million challenge. Really like to see a run up back to 17, which would, I don't know, would be a, not going to do math on the top of my head. It would be another, 27% move. So we would definitely like to take that 20%, 27% move as well. What's your thoughts on XLM? I think XLM is ready to burst. Mana. Let me take a look at Mana really quick for you guys. Mana is also going, I think Mana will run up to about $10-ish. I think Mana will do extremely, extremely well. Actually looks very similar right now to Meta Heroes charts right now. Oops. There we go. It looks very similar. But like I said, you can really see here that there is some, there seems to be some support because that turned into resistance there. So probably it looks like the support line here is about 262. We're at 268. And you've seen this downward trend from about 310 pretty much straight down here. So like I said, I think not a terrible time to enter if you do. Do you own any land in the sandbox? No, I'm actually looking right now. I think I saw that the floor is like 2 ETH or something like that. I might try to flip an NFT or two and see if I can flip an NFT and go ahead and get into a little bit of sand, a little bit of land on Sandbox. I think is very, very, very valuable. Another one that's intrigued me, by the way, is Ghost token, GHST, in the Avagachi space. Pretty interesting as well. They're doing some of that metaverse virtual reality. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out Avagachi, which is AAVE, like Ave, and then Gachi. So go ahead and check that out as well. Ghost might be a token that I might buy as well. GHST. But let's go ahead and take a quick look, do a quick summary here. Market cap getting really close to 3 trillion, which is very, very awesome. Bitcoin's dominance still up at just over 40. We're at 66,000 here, 4,700 all-time high for ETH. Binance doing fine. Solana, like I said, if you guys saw my video yesterday, I'm a little uncomfortable with Solana. We're at like 200x in 11 months, 245x. So people who are getting in at 245, I think, is more risk. Like I said, it could get to $1,000. It could be this runs ETH. However, I am uncomfortable with how centralized Solana is. There's a lot of big holders that could send it down. But like I said, I think Solana will be just fine. 210 Cardano's good. Polkadot really making a nice run back up to 53. That was one of the projects I was saying that you guys should be buying. I said Chainlink, Polkadot, and I forgot my other one, but I had 3 of them a couple weeks back, and 2 out of 3 of them have pumped well so far. If you guys didn't know, Terra Luna was probably my biggest call at $7 on that huge 30. When we were talking, I talked to Taylor Mitchell. If you guys know who Taylor Mitchell is, she was a content creator. I went live with her and told her I thought that the biggest steal when Bitcoin was at 30K and we were going down in May, I told her the biggest steal in this whole, of all the altcoins right now was Terra Luna. And we went from 7 to 54. So definitely one of my best calls of the year so far. But let's go ahead and take a look at the 24 hours. Loopring doing well. KuCoin is doing extremely well. If you guys don't realize that KuCoin is going to do extremely well, you're not thinking about it the right way. KuCoin is doing especially for the United States. I'm thinking about the United States a lot more so. There's a lot of money in the United States, etc. But Binance US is trash for United States. I don't know how many of you guys use it. I just got almost everything off of Binance US and put it in other places, in other wallets, because it's so clunky for United States users. For the world users, for global users, Binance is awesome. But KuCoin for United States users is amazing. It's awesome. So, very awesome. You see Litecoin, AMP doing well, Maker, Algorand. We got Phantom 309 doing absolutely crushing it there as well. VeChain, we got VeChain for the 2K to 1 million. I let go of crypto.com coin way too early. We had it at 5 and 6 cents. It went up to 11 cents and we traded out. I mean, which is good because we got a 1x on it, but Phantom needs to recover a ton more. Completely agree. Let me take a look at Phantom really quick. I'm going to look at the RSI on Phantom. I want to see, especially on the day chart. I'll go to the day chart. I want to see if their indicators are still just too hot, which I think they are. Let's go to RSI. On the day chart, we're at 65, which actually isn't terrible, but yeah, no, it needs to cool off a little bit more. I'd like to see it back here into the 40s. That'd probably take it back down to back to say, probably like in the support area here of like 260 before you go ahead and buy again. But it does need to chill out a little bit. So I mean, that's what you guys want to do. If you guys didn't know that, and you're seeing projects pump, that's what you guys should do. Literally, if you want to feel like a trader and feel like you know what you're talking about, at least do this. So what you can do is go to a project that's been pumping like crazy. Let's go to Crow. I'll do it again. So you go to Crow, you go to CRO. Okay. I'm all the way up to 38. That is absolutely, I don't want Coinbase because it's so new on Coinbase. We'll go on Bittrex. Okay. As you guys can see, look at the RSI. Can you guys see my RSI on here? Yes, you can. You just can't see it very well. Now you can. So as you guys can see here, you can see Crow had a huge run up all the way up to 50 cents. That's absolutely crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. But what you guys can do is when you can go to the RSI here and see, oh my goodness, this thing was at, almost at 90. So when you start to get into the high 80 to mid 90s, you know that there isn't much room left for this project to run. It normally doesn't run up to 100% or to 100. Wait, what? Can only see you. Oh, go to my YouTube, Begin Crypto. That's where people watch it. Type in Begin Crypto on YouTube and you'll be able to see my charts. That's the incentive. I love doing this on TikTok, but the incentive to come to YouTube is you can see all my charts and know exactly what I'm trying to teach here. Or if you want to just listen, if you just want to listen here, you can go to YouTube later and go watch what I'm actually talking about. So some people just like to listen, and then once they learn it and kind of feel like they've got an idea, then they go and see it visually, and it helps them understand. So they watch both. Huge support for me, and I always appreciate that. But I talk fast, guys. If you guys didn't realize, I talk fast. I want to get as much info to you in as little time as possible. I respect your time. I respect my time. So I want to make sure that I do. So if you guys got to go ahead and slow this down, go ahead and slow it down. But like I said, we're at 38 cents here. Okay, you guys can see on the RSI. If you don't know how to get to the RSI, you can go to indicators and you can type RSI and it'll say relative strength index. That's what you want to click. Okay. Relative strength index is RSI. Go ahead and click RSI. Now I have 2 of them, which I don't actually need. So I'll X out of one of them. But as you can see, you see these numbers here under 30 here is a weak RSI. Like the RSI is extremely weak. That means there should be a move to the upside eventually. As you guys can see, when we dipped under there, it was almost inevitable in May that we were going to move up, and we actually did. And once you get over this 70 line, we're starting to get a little bit hot. As you can see, we got hot, came down. We crossed it, got hot, came down. We crossed it, got hot. We're probably going to come back down. You're probably going to settle back in somewhere around that 30-ish cents, the 20s to 30 cents. Okay. So with that being said, when you see RSIs like this, you don't want to get into projects where the RSIs are up this high and moving upward because there's not as much ceiling left. You want to get into projects when the RSI is starting to look like it's going to be bullish, but you're in these 40, because if you would have got in the size here when there was around 40, you can obviously see that there would have been a massive gain. If you would have got in at 40, that would have got you in at 14 cents, and you would have saw a potential of 50 cents. So that would have been a 4x. So watching those RSIs, especially when projects run, is a really important trading strategy for you guys. So that's a very simple thing here. So like I said, I've been live here for a bit. I hope you guys are really absorbing everything. Just fine. I haven't got to take a chance to look at today, my 2K to 1 million challenge. I started with $2,000, guys. I'll give you the skinny. Started with $2,000. I bought EGLD at like $50. I think I bought 9 EGLD, and I bought Cardano. I bought $500 worth of Cardano at 35 cents. It was like $1,500. So I started with those two projects, and then one full Ethereum. So I had one full Ethereum, $500 of Cardano, $500 of EGLD. So which was 1 ETH, 1,500 Cardano, 9 EGLD. Then from there, we traded all the way up. We're at 10,400 now, but I've been in just hold mode for the last 2 months. I think we're going to go ahead and take some of the profits and of these big caps. We're going to go ahead and go find ourselves some small caps. One of the things I'm going to do, I'll update everything. I have a Telegram if you guys want to check that out, and I have a Discord if you want to check that out as well. I'm going to post them in both. I think I'm going to buy about at least $500. I'm going to trade out of Cardano, take some profit there, and put $500 of that, $500 into MetaHero. So, and then we're going to start playing with some bigger money, $2,000 or $3,000 into some smaller caps that I feel comfortable with. And then, like I said, we should be able to, I think there's a 4X left in this bull run easy. So this 10,000 should be 35 to 45, I would think. By the end, that's honestly if we just hold. But I think if we make some good trades, I think we get into the 6 figures. I really do. And then from there, we can do a lot of things. We can short at the end of the market. We can stake. We can yield farm. We can lend. We can get into NFTs. There's a lot of nice ways to make money. Nice, man. I love Hero, Engine, and Sand. Yep, those projects should all do very well. So guys, if you guys like this content, make sure you guys go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe here. I can't wait to see you guys. Bourbon Santa's been with us forever. There's a couple guys, Russ, good to see everybody here. I'm going to get back to this. Like I said, I now have at least a little bit of a setup here at home that I feel comfortable with giving you guys content with. So if you guys are on YouTube, follow us on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, subscribe to YouTube, Begin Crypto. I'm good friends with a lot of the crypto creators, Crypto Mason, Crypto Weatherman, CVO Crypto, World War Bitcoin. Like I said, I hang with and talk with all those guys, Meg, Crypto Keeper, Miguel, all those guys. So like I said, we have fun. The crypto space is small, but if you guys have not seen my recent TikTok, realize that you could change your family tree investing in crypto right now and learning about crypto right now and all of the things that come with it. You can go to something called cryptojobs.com and look at all these jobs. If you're a software engineer, if you're a digital marketing specialist, you could go get a job in crypto right now and it could change your life forever. So that's why I'm here. That's probably one of my superpowers in life is I'm pretty energetic. I'm pretty charismatic, but I really want people to realize how much opportunity there is. Don't ever feel like you don't have any opportunity because there's always opportunity for you. So thank you guys so much. Angel here, Begin Crypto. All love to you guys. I hope nothing but the best for every single one of you. Later this week, if you guys didn't know, I have the Doge Pound NFT. I could actually show you guys that real quick if you want. No, I won't right now. I have a Doge Pound NFT. I'm going to actually, what do they call it? Unbox the pup. So they airdrop the pup. I just have to pay gas. So I'm going to see which pup. I could get a really cheap pup, or I could get a golden fur pup. So we could see that could be worth several ETH. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. Chainlink, I'm a huge Chainlink. I'm as big of a Chainlink guy as anybody on TikTok. I love Chainlink as much as anybody. So thank you guys so much. Angel here, Begin Crypto. Been live for about 35 minutes here. Take care, guys. All love. Talk soon.